Siemanko everyone, welcome back to another massive vlog. As you can see, we're back in Krakow and we are here for another 120-year anniversary. This time it's Cracovia and they're playing a friendly against the only Spanish team that has won more European trophies than Barcelona in the last 20 years. It's Sevilla. Formed in 1906 after an invitation went out via a newspaper regarding forming a team to face visiting teams from Lviv, and the players that formed the team formed Cracovia on that day, which is an important side note to keep in mind for when we had the stadium. But Cracovia also adopted the white and red to represent the Polish identity. During the 120-year lifetime, Cracovia won the Polish championship 5 times, and they were the first champions of Poland in 1921, but the last title dates back to 1948. So it has been a while. However, in the cup they were more recently lucky. In 2020, during that weird season in the COVID period, the final was played in Lublin instead of Warsaw, and in the season after it they won the Super Cup. We are at the stadium. Thank you to Cracovia for allowing me to be here. So this is the newspaper, 1906. Boom. The proof that Cracovia was formed on this day. Because I have to mention it, because it's the elephant in the room. According to PZPN, Cracovia is officially the oldest still operating Polish club. Just because of this newspaper, because there's actual documentation. So like I mentioned last weekend, I'm leaving it to the fans, this discussion. If I recall, there's a team from Rzeszów claiming they're even from 1905, but no documentation of it. So let's focus on today's game. It's actually 103 years ago that Cracovia went for a tour in Spain and played against Sevilla. They played against each other twice in 48 hours. Sevilla won the first game, but the second game was won 3-2 by Cracovia. And yeah, this was exactly 103 years ago. So it adds an extra level of historicity to this game. Both teams are coming from a pretty disappointing season. Obviously hoping that this season will be totally different. Cracovia starting well in the first half of the season, then dropping off totally. And sort of a similar story for Sevilla, 7 times winner of the Europa League. But last season was kind of forgettable, almost in the relegation zone. I think it's because of the salary regulations in the La Liga. Basically any team that's not Barcelona or Real Madrid is struggling with it, but they still have like a very interesting side, so I'm looking forward to it. Again, I like these games because I'm seeing 2 different styles of football playing against each other. For today there were some events planned. Unfortunately, Faithless, the concert, got cancelled. Yeah, let's play some football. Let's go. There's some bad weather rolling in now. Let's hope it doesn't affect the game. It will be interesting to see Cracovia almost ready to get team started next week against Sevilla, who starts in 1 month, I think. This is their first friendly of the season. I already heard some thunder. I'm hiding here underneath the roof because the rain is crazy. It's not helping much. Good thing I always come prepared. Well, yeah, I would say despite the weather forecast, because there was an alert going on, and despite Faithless cancelling, damn it. This is a decent turnout actually. There are even some Sevilla fans, so that's cool to see. Drink break, what? What is this, America? That was a good goal, that was a good goal. One 0 at halftime. Sevilla with most of the possession, as you would expect for Spanish football. But Cracovia with the goal. It was a very good goal by Hadžić. But Sevilla was close to the equalizer, hitting the bar at the post and forcing Cracovia into some last-minute tackles. But it will be interesting to see if Cracovia can hold this lead. So let's get to the second half. It's better than nothing, I guess. There's another storm coming. This boy is coming in fast! Whoa, look at him. Yeah, as long as there's no lighting, they can still play on. Here we go again. But again, as long as there's no lighting, they can play. It's up to the referee. Oh, look, everyone there. And I'm still here, all by myself. Why you always bring an umbrella. fights on the field today than the entire season of ice hockey last year. And that was the final preparation for next week's Ekstraklasa start. It was a lucky win. The weather and the waterlogged pitch stopped Sevilla from playing their football. Next weekend is the real test away against Lech Poznan. And for Sevilla, it's not really a big issue. They just started their preseason, so... And of course, they have some players at the World Cup. So this was mostly their reserves. Okay, so when it comes to the match ranking on my rankings list, I mean, it has to be a C tier because it's still a preseason friendly. I cannot rate it higher or lower. Well, yeah, next weekend, Ekstraklasa football, Pierwsza Liga, it's all back. The battery is fully recharged and we're ready to go. So if you want to see more of this, you know what to do. Please like and subscribe. I will see each other in the next match video. Bye-bye.